All right, you guys, we're coming into our last section here before we're going to wrap up the show, and that is our upcoming games. We always like to try to preview something. One of the things I want to talk about right out of the gate is the slow state of game releases. Right now, there's not going to be a lot for us to preview for you. We've only got 2 games, so it's going to go by a little bit quick, and then we're going to be wrapping up the show and doing the giveaways. The reason why we feel there's a slow state of game releases is there's a plethora of shows that are upcoming, namely E3 is on the verge of debuting here. Just 60 days out, Okies? Is that about where we're at?
Close, yeah.
Yeah, about 60 days. And we know that people are going to reserve their titles for the big announcements for that, and that's fine. In fact, next month we're probably going to be doing E3 preview work anyhow and bringing you guys information ahead of the game. But yeah, that's going to make it a little tough this month. It's going to make it a little tough next month to have previewed and reviewed games. But we do have a couple for you. So here you go. One that we have talked about before that is important to talk about again. Days Gone. Take a look.
You know, we never talked about it. While we still wore the colors. All this time out in the freak show when shit like this didn't matter anymore. We wrote out a farewell. Without Sarah. I knew that we were leaving everything behind.
What did you do?
Everything that mattered was gone.
Folks here in a lot of pain, Deke. You find his stash. You bring it to me. To me, Deke. You do that. We'll see what we can do for you.
Deke, bro. And I know what kind of man he is. What he's done. He done any worse than you? Ricky? How about me?
Afraid to be here. You're afraid to be a part of something. We need you here, and that scares the hell out of you. We have to look out for each other.
He's all we got. You could have saved a few lives.
There was no hope, there was no time, there was no room. And we'd already turned on each other right when the hordes arrived. Let's go!
Hope you're right about your old lady, Deke. You gotta ask yourself, what does it matter if everyone else is dead?
Days Gone. And we previewed this previously, as you can have seen. It is a PS4 game. So I don't know if that's coming to PC later on or what we're going to see later on with that. But post-apocalyptic zombie killing and a motorcycle, I'm sold. Done and done. What do you think, Triad?
I haven't whipped up my PS4 in a while. If it comes to PC, I might check it out for sure. Does look interesting. We might be in the same vein as Last of Us. Might be fun to play, but also very touching. Have a very very well written story, which would definitely be something fun to look at. But we'll have to see.
Well, Okies, you introduced me to the Metro lineup. I played through 1 and 2 and then couldn't wait for 3 and played the crap out of 3. Loved it, loved the story-based. As I've told people, I enjoy the single-player story-based games. This one looks to be incredible in the story. Obviously, it's zombie apocalyptic, whatever, but it's got a motorcycle, so it's chilly all the way. Tell me what you think. Is this on the par with Sekiro? I mean, what are your thoughts?
It's a game that's been in development for a while and was delayed a couple of times, and it shows now, but it's a good game. There's a lot of story elements that they wanted to flesh out and push out to tell you a story, so it's not just a random zombie game.
Nice. I like good story. I like deep story games.
It is a lot of collection-based parts of the game, and do specific missions, go do X number of this thing to progress the story. But it's done tactfully in between the story.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how Metro does its system of go to an area, then here's some more story for you.
Well, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of cool storyline in it. I mean, there's obviously they're giving us a lot of video and everything. I see a lot of cool action and different guns, what have you. Obviously, we don't have quite the teasers to tell us, here's the 20 or 30 different guns you get. Here's your bike upgrades and everything. But I'm definitely going to assume all of that's in this game.
So it's not a spoiler because it's the intro of the game. There's a point where you have a chase scene and you actually lose that bike.
Oh, don't say it.
Which is a point that is driven home a lot in the start of the game because that's the bike that the character's wife built for.
Oh, so you're gonna hit me in the feels too. Damn it.
So it's a really, really good way that they portray that too. That it's not just a bike. Like there's a meaning to why he wants that bike.
Well, Beyond Bend Studio, do we know much about them? Are they good at this? Is this brand new title, brand new company? What? Bend Studio. Any news on that? No news?
They have made other games before.
Anybody in the community ever heard of Bend Studio? Not Bend Over.
For those who don't know, it was known by another name a while ago too, but Bend it was known for the Siphon Filter series.
Siphon Filter series. Interesting.
They also have made one of the Uncharted games,
Really? Those were big hits. They're a console manufacturer, basically, though. Hence, we're seeing it on PS4.
They're predominantly PlayStation.
Nice. All right. Well, there you go. Days Gone. It was out April 26th. You can get it for your PS4. I'm definitely going to be getting it and playing it. It's going to, I think, hit us all in the feels for the storyline. It's going to be like Metro Exodus, very deep in story, I believe. I'm excited to review it after I've played it, and I'll let you know in the months ahead. Moving on to the only other game that we have to talk about right now, and that is Rage 2. Here, take a look at this. Hells yes. Doom meets Mad Max meets Borderlands 3. Tongue-in-cheek, fun, fast action. This game has got me for certain. Rage 2. Tell me what you think, Trad.
I'm actually not sure what I feel about this because, like you said, it is a mashup of all those games, but, is this going to be any different or any more fun than any of those three games that you've mentioned? Doom, is this going to be better than Borderlands? Is this going to be better than Mad Max or anything like that? Will it seamlessly blend all three of those things together better than Borderlands will? Will it give us the raw, visceral action better than Doom does, you know?
Well, you know, from what I'm seeing, it does put a lot of that in there. Now, I'm going to say, from what I'm seeing, because marketing is everything, right? And these guys have definitely made a hell of a freaking trailer. It is fun, it's fast, it's all that. So if this game plays anything, and I mean even 50%, like what we're seeing in this trailer, dude, this is going to be hilarious. This is going to be a blast. That's my thought on it. I mean, I don't see anything here that's slowing it down. I don't see anything here that doesn't show it's got tons of content, that it's not showing multiple forms of gunplay, meaning both in vehicle, out of vehicle. You've got that Gravlev grenade thing he did where it pulled them all together and blew them up. He's got push skills. I mean, just all sorts of skills and techniques that I think are just the best. Why some, you know... Go ahead, Okies.
So I had a couple of people who have been, you know, tech and stuff who have said that the game's fun. It feels like, because the game's actually been made by 3 separate studios, the same issue that's happened with other games before, where they say you can physically feel where idsoft did the gunplay, Avalanche Studios did the driving, and then the other studio put them together. And it feels like when they did the first Rage game, it was a story-driven game that had the same crazy idea, but it wasn't turned up to 11 like it is in this one. It feels like someone at Bethesda pointed at Borderlands and said, make it more like that.
It's certainly getting that vibe from it.
Yeah. And a lot of companies are doing this, and this is what I was saying when we were talking about Borderlands 3, that even Far Cry has gone to the extreme of Borderlands because it's the hype game everyone wanted.
Well, it definitely lends more credence to Borderlands, setting the bar for everybody to meet. But, you know, not everybody digs cell-shading games, let's say. So this gives them an alternative.
I'm not turning down the game as much as saying I don't know if I'll buy it at full price. But I'll still definitely buy it.
Okay.
You know, another thought, too. This game could have been in production and probably actually would have done a good job replacing or filling in the gap for the Borderlands fan base. But since 3 got announced, I have a feeling that's actually going to put a huge damper on this. Not that this game wouldn't be fun, but this was probably going to be the replacement to it. And then Gearbox just came out and said, "Hey, here's Borderlands 3, by the way." And now
this game was delayed, so they were hoping to get this game out beforehand.
Yeah, but
and
now with Borderlands coming, like he said, Borderlands could single-handedly crush half their freaking sales.
As a bonus thing that's not part of this game, but with Borderlands, we heard earlier yesterday that the shareholders were told that the new product might be out before the end of this year. So we might be seeing Borderlands 3 before the end of this year, close to September.
I'd be all right with that, because I'm down with Borderlands now.
But these other games weren't expecting that. That was the thing. They were hoping Borderlands 3 was next year. So it would give them a year of this game being out.
Well, you know, timing is everything, they say, and certainly it is in the gaming universe. With the lack of great games that are out, May 14th, 2019 might give Rage 2 a bit of time to be able to be out there on the market space. Be able to fill in, you know, filler games do matter, as we've known as a community. They've got to have something to do until the great titles drop, and patience is more key every year, I guess. We want the best games, so we have to wait for it. At the same time, we want them all right now, but we don't want them to have any bugs and blah, 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 blah. We are a fickle community. Point still remains. I'm going to say Rage 2 is a go-for-it style game for the community. I'll certainly be hitting it up late May, early June, depending on where we're at with our Division 2 patches, because, you know, I'm a Div 2 baby, but this might be a great filler in between some of those, having this in the library, maybe getting it on a deal.
Just as a reference, though, to those who are asking, the person who I spoke to still gave it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
And that's before release.
Yeah, that's before release. That's with a limited amount of content that they tested. The only other issue that drove it down a little bit was the rinse and repeat playstyle, but he is a person that doesn't like that. So, like, if you deduct that away, it's probably an 8 to 8.5 for the game.
Well, and there's plenty of games where that's going to be the issue. I mean, Borderlands is going to suffer that a little bit.
All of them do.
All right, so there you go. It's Rage 2. It's a thumbs up. I think we're going to promote this one going forward. We're definitely going to review it after some solid gameplay later on this year. We're probably going to see a whole lot more of this in the E3 time frame, being that they're doing a May 14th. That's just prior to E3, right? So they're going to be pushing this one hot and heavy in the light of whatever other titles might be debuting at E3. So watch for it, Rage 2. It's got my vote. You're going to see me putting some time on it, not counting Division 2, and then later on Borderlands 3. Ugh, too many titles. And with that, we're kind of wrapping up our review and our show. However, I got to show you this. Clue 3, the important clue. So all of you in the stream watching, this is what you got to do right now. You got to go over to Chili's Tavern, and you got to add the role March Madness, because that's what we're doing this month. March Madness, the last day. Oh, second last day. 31 days. Anyways, add that role to your account in the Chili's Tavern. Doing so will put you up for the credits, or for the giveaway while we're doing the credits. With that, I'm going to go ahead and roll the credits. We're going to say thank you for joining us. I appreciate your time, Triad. I appreciate your time, Okies, all the hard work you guys put in. Special thanks goes out to Raska and Rafika for doing some reviews on the games. Again, #1 thank you goes to all of you people in Chili's Tavern, all of you that visit, all of you that play games with us on a nightly basis. We appreciate everything that you come to do and hang out and give us feedback and put up with all of our crap. So please enjoy. Come back every night. Check us out next month. And head over to the tavern for a giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and do that and close down this stream for this month. Thanks again for joining us.